This is your lecture for 2.7 or 6.7. Sorry about that. A child throws a ball upward off a cliff from a height of 240 feet above sea level. The height h of the ball above the water in feet at any time t in seconds can be modeled by the equation h equals negative 16t squared plus 32t plus 240. Okay? When will the ball be 240 feet above sea level? So that's your height, h. So when will this equation equal 240? And when I subtract 240 to set it equal to 0, you can see that cancels on both sides. So now I have negative 16t squared plus 32t equals 0. Factoring, I can see a negative 16 in common and a t. So that leaves me with t minus 2. So set each one equal to 0. When I divide by negative 16, I get at times 0, it's at 240 feet above sea level, which makes sense since he's that high when he throws it. And when I add 2, I get it 2 seconds. Because think about this. Here this kid is on this cliff. He throws the ball up and it comes down. So here it's at 240 and here it's at 240. Okay, the ball strikes the water down here when the height is 0. So set it equal to 0. And solve. I don't like such big numbers, so I'm going to divide everything by negative 16 because I see that that's in common. So now I have t squared minus 2t minus 15. Makes my numbers a lot nicer to work with. So I want the factors of 15, okay? Why my pen wants to be cantankerous with me. I want the factors of 15 that subtract to 2. So to get that, I know it's t and t because it's just t squared. That would be 5 and 3. And since I want a negative 2, the 5 is negative, the 3 is positive. Setting each one equal to 0, t minus 5 equals 0. So t would equal 5. And t plus 3 equals 0. So t would equal negative 3. But if you think about it, can a time be negative? No, you can't have a negative time. So our only answer is at 5 seconds. The height will be 0. Okay? Another problem. A carpet installer finds that the length of a rectangular hallway, so for me, I always draw what I'm talking about. So I need a rectangle here. And the length is 3 feet more than twice the width. So if I call the width W, the length would be 3 more than twice that, or 2W plus 3. If the area is 44, what are the dimensions of the hallway? Well, you got to remember the formula for the area of a rectangle is length times width. So we have 44 equals W times 2W plus 3. Distributing our W, we get 2W squared plus 3W, and then we need to subtract our 44 so that we can set the equation equal to 0. Okay, so 2 times 44 is 88. So I want the factors of 88 whose difference is 3. 1 and 88, 4 and 22. How about 8 and 11? That'll give me a difference of 3, won't it? So this becomes 2w squared, and I want a negative 8w so that I get positive 3, minus 8w plus 11w minus 44. The first two have a 2w in common, so pull it out. I'm left with w minus 4. The second two have an 11 in common. Still all equals 0, right? So now you can say it's w minus 4 and 2w plus 11. So if w minus 4 equals 0, we get the width is 4. Okay. If 2w plus 11 equals 0, when we subtract that 11, we can see we get a negative width, which we can't have. But our length is 2 times w, which is 4. So let's go ahead and plug that 4 in there. So our length is 11. So our hallway is 4 by 11. Okay. The height of a triangle . The height is 5 less than the length of the base. So if I call the base x, this is 5 less than x. So to actually make this look right, because the bottom's bigger, let's draw the triangle like this. Okay. The area of the triangle is 42. So the area, the formula is 1/2 times base times height. So 42 equals 1/2 times x minus 5. I don't like fractions, so I'm going to multiply both sides by 2 and get rid of my fraction. So 84 equals x times x minus 5. Distribute my x. Subtract my 84 so I can set the equation equal to 0. So I need the factors of 84 whose difference is 5. Let's see, 1 and 84, 2 and 42, 4 and 21, 6 and 14, 7 and 12. There we go. And since it's a 1, I can go straight to my parentheses, x and x. 7 and 12. Since I want a negative 5, my 12 is negative, my 7 is positive. So if x minus 12 equals 0, excuse me, then x equals 12. If x plus 7 equals 0, x equals negative 7, but you can't have a side that's negative 7. So x is 12, and then 12 minus 5 to get our height gives us a height of 7. Okay? All right. A rectangular 20-inch TV screen measure diagonally, okay, is 4 inches wider than it is tall. Okay, 4 inches wider, so it's 4 more than that. And we know that it's 20 inches diagonally. Will it fit in your cabinet that is 20 inches wide? So we want to know if this is less than 20. Okay, so here you're going to use Pythagorean's theorem. Side squared plus side squared equals hypotenuse squared. So over here, I'm going to do x plus 4 and x plus 4, and I'm foiling it, okay? So that's x squared plus 8x plus 16, and this all equals 400. Now, while I'm combining like terms, I'm going to go ahead and subtract my 400. So I have 2x squared plus 8x minus 46, 390, 384 equals 0. They're all divisible by 2. I'm going to make them smaller if I can. X squared plus 4x minus 192 equals 0. So I need the factors of 192, and I'm not going to write everything down here, whose difference is 4. Okay, so let me see, 192 divided by 8, that's 8 and 24, but that won't give me a difference of what I need. What about 16? 16 and 12, that'll work. So it's x plus 16, because I want a positive 4, and then x minus 12. Setting each one equal to 0. When I subtract 16, x cannot be a negative because it's a length. So x minus 12 is 0. Add 12. So the width is 12. So the length is 12 plus 4, which is 16. So yes, that will fit in a 20-inch cabinet. And that is your lecture for 6.7.